Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, this is Timothy Hanley.
Hanley.
That's right, Amalgamated Life Association.
I see.
I need your services.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Hanley.
Will you run down here and see me right away?
Well, Mr. Hanley, I was just about to leave here and grab a plane for New York.
Fine.
From there, I'm heading south to one of my favorite fishing spots in South Carolina where I... What was that?
I said fine. I'll expect you in a couple of hours then.
Well, no, I'm going fishing. I'm on my way to South Carolina.
We're at 500 Fifth Avenue.
Mr. Hanley.
I'll be here waiting for you, Mr. Dollar.
Now listen, will you? Mr. Hanley? Hanley? Hello? Oh, fine.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Amalgamated Life Association, New York City office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the morning after matter. I wasn't kidding. After breaking my neck over more than my share of tough cases during a long, hard winter, I felt entitled to a few days of relaxation, of fishing, at the old Arundel plantation down near Georgetown, South Carolina. So what if this Timothy Hanley did have some problem requiring investigation? Important enough to call off a well-deserved fishing trip? Not for me. Okay, then, expense account item 1 is $11 for a cab to Bradley Field and a plane to New York. Item 2, when I got there, is $5.85 for a taxi into Penn Station for my train to South Carolina. But then, sucker that I am. Well, item 3 is $1 even for another cab. This one to 500 Fifth Avenue in the office of Amalgamated Life.
Go right in, please, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Hanley's expecting you.
Well, thanks. All right now, Mr. Hanley.
Mr. Dollar, good. I'm glad you got here so promptly. Sit down, please.
Yes, but as I told you over the phone, Mr.
Mrs. Bromberg should be here any moment now. In the meantime...
I'm just passing through, Mr. Hanley.
In the meantime, I can tell you why she insisted I call you in on the case.
Look, I am on my way south to go fishing. And with all the other insurance investigators available, Brownberg, did you say?
That's right. The wife of Thaddeus Brownberg. You remember the case, don't you?
Brownberg?
He disappeared about 7 years ago. Of course you remember.
The flyer, wasn't he?
He flew his own private plane, if that's what you mean, and heaven knows he could afford to. He was quite wealthy for a while.
Yeah, I remember now. Made a big pile on Wall Street and then suddenly lost it, or most of it, and then took off in his plane and was never seen again.
Precisely. You omitted only the fact that he suffered complete amnesia, complete loss of memory just before his sudden departure. No doubt a result of his staggering losses on the market.
Yeah.
His plane was found some days later on a ridge on the far side of the Alleghenies. But as for Brownberg himself, well...
Yeah, as I recall, they never found his body or any sign of it.
Exactly. In other words, lacking any definite proof of death, well, payment of the insurance has been held up all these years.
How much insurance?
Something over $600,000.
Wow. And the beneficiary?
His wife, Lita Spencer Brownberg, who should be here any minute.
Well, Mr. Henley, did you get him?
Mrs. Brownberg?
Is this man Johnny Dollar?
Yes, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
How do you do, Mrs. Brownberg?
Sit down, young man, and let me tell you something. Sit down.
Dollar.
All right.
Now then, you've got to find my husband. And you've got to find him before this coming Wednesday.
Oh, why before Wednesday, Mrs. Brownberg?
Well, I was just about to tell Mr. Dollar.
Never mind, Hanley. I'll tell him.
Very well.
It's because of that hearing in court this coming Wednesday. If you don't find Thaddeus, or if he doesn't recover his senses and come back here, he'll be pronounced legally dead.
In which case, I understand you'll collect some $600,000 insurance. And,
well, I can use it. When he went out of his head and didn't even know his own name that night. Do you know there was less than $100,000 in our joint bank account? That I've had to scrape and skimp ever since? Oh, if our lovely home in Upper Montclair hadn't been in my name so I could sell it. I just don't know how I could have got along all this time.
I see. Real tough, hmm?
Terrible. Just terrible.
Well, this may sound a little out of order, Mrs. Brownberg.
Well?
Well, things won't be nearly so distressing for you if the court says he's legally dead, will they?
How can you talk like that? Do you think for 1 minute that money could ever take the place of my beloved Thaddeus?
But if you've asked the court to take action...
I have not. That's the doings of this cold-blooded insurance company.
That's
if I hadn't found out about it, about demanding this court action...
You've told us many times you'd like the money, Mrs. Brownberg.
Well, of course I would.
Yeah, and we don't like to keep these open obligations on our books any longer than necessary.
Cold-blooded, that's all.
Yeah, and when it's become obvious there's no longer any hope, any chance whatsoever...
If the police haven't been able to get anywhere after all these years...
Is that any reason why you can't find Thaddeus, Mr. Dollar?
Well, it's a pretty good indication.
It's an indication of nothing. I know all about you, Johnny Dollar.
Mrs. Brownberg...
About the almost miraculous way you solve these cases.
Mrs. Brown...
Here is a picture of Thaddeus.
Yeah, as you can see, Mr. Dollar, he was a rather younger man.
I beg your pardon?
What?
Is that a snide implication that Thad was younger than I am?
Well, I didn't say that, Mrs.
He
Brown...
was 54 when he disappeared. And now you have to find him, Mr. Dollar, before Wednesday.
Oh, now, wait, please.
Mr. Hanley can tell you where to bring him to me.
Wow.
Yes. And yet, Mr. Dollar, if there's anything you can do, that is...
You mean to save your company from having to pay out all that money?
Well, of course, we'll have to pay it out sometime, but it's our duty as an insurance company to... Huh? What is it?
This picture.
Yes.
I wonder.
You mean you might have some idea where to look for him? Dollar?
I said I wonder, that's all.
Mr. Dollar.
Just, let me think about it, huh?
Repeat after me, please. What do you want when you need brand?
What do you want when you need brand?
Reliability.
Reliability.
Now, what do you get in Kellogg's All Brand?
What do you get in Kellogg's All Brand? Reliability.
Right. Hi, this is Dennis James to explain why Kellogg's Way is the reliable way to get the effectiveness you want from brand with just half a cup a day. See, Kellogg's All Brand is the real Battle Creek formula, the one that millions of people depend on. And they depend on it because Kellogg's All Brand contains more vital brand bulk to help you keep regular. It's low in calories, and it's mighty pleasant eating, too. Kellogg's All Brand comes in crisp, toasted shreds that have a wholesome brand muffin taste. I think you'll like it. So be sure you remember, for the effectiveness you want from brand, get reliable Kellogg's All Brand.
That's what you get in Kellogg's All Brand. Reliability.
Well, what about that snapshot of Thaddeus Brownberg? Well, sir?
Well, I'm not sure, Mr. Hanley. Would you call it a good likeness of him as of the last time you saw him?
Yes, excellent. Despite the costume, the surroundings.
I wish that background looked familiar. But the face.
Well, you've seen it somewhere? Recently?
Well, there's something very familiar about it. At least, well, I don't know. After all, Mr. Hanley, with all the traveling I do from one end of the country to the other, all the people I meet, and if this was taken over 7 years ago... Look, where does Mrs. Brownberg live now?
533 East 52nd Street.
All right. Call and tell her to stay there, that I'll be able to see her in a little while. Meantime, if you need to get in touch with me, I'll be at police headquarters, 18th Precinct.
And now, wait, Mr. Dollar.
Hey, what for?
The police who'll know the most about this case are those over in New Jersey, in Upper Montclair. They're the ones to go to for help.
Not the kind of help I want. Item 4, a buck. Or a cab, the 18th Precinct. As usual, my old pal, Lieutenant Randy Singer, was ready and willing to give me a hand, regardless of what my problem might be. And, as usual, I told him it was none of his business. But I only wanted one of his men in photo identification, a fellow named Billy Cross. I had him make some blow-ups of the face on the picture I had. I had him touch up that face to make it look the way it might look if it were 7 years older. Add a beard or a mustache or both. Make the hair look gray instead of brown. Make it longer, shorter, parted differently. Worn in every conceivable way that it could be worn. Well, hours later, we were bushed. And I'm afraid I stared a little stupidly at the pile of over 50 variations on the face of Mr. Thaddeus Brownberg.
Not one of them, Johnny?
No, Billy, I'm afraid not. Except maybe for one of these with a beard, like this one, for instance. I'd almost swear that I've seen a man like this somewhere in my travels.
Where?
I wish I knew.
Oh, Johnny, why don't you give up? Nobody else thinks that Brownberg is still alive, or if he is, he's still suffering from that loss of memory, so he's not the same man he was. What good would it be if you did find him? When the case comes up in court day after tomorrow, they'll call him dead, the case will be closed, and that'll be that. Why don't you give up?
Because I'm stubborn, I guess.
Don't you see? The cops over in New Jersey, all over the country for that matter, did all they could to find him after his plane cracked up.
I promised the insurance company and his wife.
What? Did you perform a miracle? Forget it, Johnny. Run along on your fishing trip.
Speaking of his wife, what time is it?
It's nearly midnight.
Holy smoke, I've got to get over there and see her.
Johnny.
Thanks, Billy. Thanks a lot. Even if it didn't get us anywhere. Item 5, another buck for another cab. Well, poor Mrs. Brownberg. That apartment of hers turned out to be a penthouse, full of expensive furniture and draperies and rugs a couple of inches thick. While a sleepy-eyed maid hung my topcoat next to a chinchilla wrap and a full-length mink coat, Mrs. Brownberg poured a much-needed drink. And then we sat down in the luxurious living room, and she yammered away about her poor, dear, sorely missed Thaddeus, and gave me just exactly no helpful information whatsoever about where and how to start looking for him.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. I just knew he was going to lose his mind someday, working as hard as he did to make money in the market all the time. The only recreation he ever had was his fishing trips now and then.
About the background on that picture you gave me, do you know where he went fishing?
No. Thaddeus never told me. He'd just take off in his plane and go. Oh, but in the hope that the dear, dear boy might still be alive. That he'd recover his memory and come back here sometime. Well, look. Let me show you the den I've had waiting for him. It's in here, Mr. Dollar.
You see, if I had some idea where he liked to go when he was away.
All over the country, I suppose. He never told me. But now, here's the den with all his...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
This fish on the wall, the stuffed one.
Oh, it's from one of his trips. The last one before he disappeared.
Well, do you know where he caught it?
I told you, Mr. Dollar. I haven't the least idea.
Well, I do.
You do?
Yes, I'm sure of it. And believe me, it's a place he'd surely go back to if he could.
Mr. Dollar.
Let me use your phone. My call got Tim Hanley out of bed, and I'm still not quite sure that he really understood me.
What did you say?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Mr. Hanley?
No, not at all. And you're leaving?
That's right. I'm leaving right now. And believe it or not, I'm going fishing.
Welcome aboard.
Try new king-size Philip Morris Commanders. New because the tobacco in them is vacuum cleaned. And the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Yes, the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Philip Morris Commanders are made by a new kind of machine, the Mark 8, that takes rich, full-flavored tobacco and first gently vacuum cleans it, then rolls the cigarette fully, evenly, cuts the ends clean and firm. The result is new Philip Morris Commanders, with the cleanest tobacco ever rolled in a cigarette. Try a pack. You'll get a full, round, king size of solid smoking pleasure because the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Noticeably better.
The Commanders.
Welcome aboard.
That mounted fish, that nice big lunker bass, could have come from only one place that I know of that I myself had fished. It was certainly a place that Thaddeus Brownberg, if he was still alive, would go back to. Item 6 is 20650 for a cab to the airport, a jet to Los Angeles, and a plane from there to Las Vegas, Nevada. Item 7 is $50 deposit on a rental car. And shortly after noon, Pacific time, I pulled into Lake Mojave Resort just above David Dam. I parked and tore on down to the dock just in time to keep Ham Pratt, the manager of the place, from stepping into his powerful outboard and taking off up the lake. Ham! Wait a minute! Ham!
Johnny Dollar, glad to see you again.
Well, how are you, Ham? I'm glad I caught you.
Well, how are you, boy?
I'm great.
Only, where's your fishing tackle? Or, who are you looking for this time?
Well, now listen. Look here at this picture. No, this one, the one with the beard painted on it.
So?
Now, Ham, I've seen this man before. Maybe somewhere on this lake. You know, on one of my fishing trips out here.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you have.
You know his name? I mean, what he calls himself?
Calls himself Ted Benham.
Benham?
Nice old guy. Been fishing around here some 6-7 years.
6 or 7 years, huh?
Yeah, I don't know much about his background, where he came from. And I've heard people say that he doesn't know much about it himself.
Because of amnesia.
What?
He's here at the resort?
No, he stays at the Cottonwood Cove at Bob Cole's place. Kind of permanent resident, I understand.
And he's there now?
Well, no, I don't know, but there's one way to find out.
Right. Crank her up and let's go. As always, that drive up the lake made me want to be there for only one reason. To fish. For one of those big, beautiful fighting bass. But I had to find Thaddeus Brownberg if he was here. And sure enough, when Ham had dropped me off at Bob Cole's place on Cottonwood Cove, there about to enter one of the modern trailers that served as cabins. Mr. Brownberg! Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Brownberg?
Are you speaking to me, young man?
You bet I am.
My name is Benham. Ted Benham.
Oh, it is, huh?
I'm a sort of guide hereabouts.
Well, let's go into your trailer where we can talk.
Oh, wait. Now, I've seen your picture, and your voice is very familiar.
Yeah, you've seen me here on the lake. Maybe heard my voice on the radio.
Your name is Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
That's right.
I suppose I was more or less expecting you sooner or later.
Let's go inside and talk. He poured us a drink, and we talked. He was a real decent sort, the kind of a man I like. And far too good for that shrew of a wife. But he stubbornly maintained that he was Ted Benham. He also claimed he remembered nothing of his life before he came to Lake Mojave. That is, until I suggested maybe I should take a set of his fingerprints to the police back in New York.
All right, Mr. Dollar. Suppose I tell you that I knew this Thaddeus Brownberg. But I knew him very well.
Now, that's better. Now, go on.
Suppose I tell you that he never suffered from amnesia at all.
You mean it was a bluff?
And that he lost most of his fortune deliberately.
Well, why?
Another drink?
Thanks.
True, he had the knack of making money, and he hoped to build up a measure of security for his later years. But his wife, extravagant, spending everything she could get her hands on, kept demanding and getting because he thought she loved him. Kept demanding more and more and more. She didn't want him. She only wanted his money.
I see.
Your drink.
Thanks. Now, go on, Mr. Go on.
Drink is all right?
Yes, fine. Please go on.
Her only reason for wanting him around, Mr. Dollar, was so that he could build up another fortune for her to go through. He finally realized this. Realized that she didn't love him. And realized that he could be free of her, free of the nerve-wracking fight to make money for her. And at the same time, provide well for her.
By a disappearing act.
Well, look at it this way. If he were legally dead, as he will be after the court hearing tomorrow, he'd no longer exist. Thaddeus Brownberg would no longer exist as far as she's concerned, as far as he himself is concerned. And nothing would be really lost. She'd be well off. He'd have his freedom.
Now, look.
And so if he could be let alone until after that hearing tomorrow, don't you see, Mr. Dollar?
I know. I don't blame you. I'm sorry, old man, but I got a job to do. And before that here, I just what did you put in this drink?
Plenty, Mr. Dollar. Plenty.
Well, you're not going to get away. I remember waking once, my throat burning with thirst. I remember his giving me another drink and passing out again. And then, years later it seemed, the smell and taste of hot, strong coffee. And I came to slowly, but completely.
A little more coffee, Dollar, and how about some food now? After all, it's breakfast time.
Breakfast time?
It's also Thursday.
Oh, my head.
I'm sorry, but that was necessary.
Now, look, listen, Mr. Brownberg.
Only it is Benham now. Ted Benham.
Yes, well, you call yourself whatever you like. And after what you told me about that woman that you're married to, believe me, I don't blame you. I honestly wish that I could legally help you stay away from her.
That won't be necessary now.
But I know that, well, you're really Thaddeus Brownberg. And my job is to get you back there before. You said Thursday? Today is Thursday?
Yes, Thursday. I checked the New York papers last night by long distance, Mr. Dollar.
What?
And the hearing took place yesterday. And Thaddeus Brownberg is now legally dead.
But even so,
Oh, yes. And now, if you're feeling better, if you want to talk some more about it, well, let's get out of this stuffy trailer. Let's get out onto the lake.
out onto the lake to talk?
Well, yes.
No talking. Let's go fishing, Mr. Benham. And so we fished. And it was great. All 3 days of it. Right? Wrong? I don't know. Who's to judge? As for the expense account, forget it. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a case involving a prize fight, in which the only prize to be won is death. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Reddick, is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Written in our cast were Gertrude Warner as Lita Brownberg, Carl Frank as Thaddeus Brownberg, Robert Dryden as Timothy Hanley, Bill Sterling as Billy Cross, and Jim Bowles as Ham Pratt. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. Hear expanded CBS News on the hour, bulletins at once, Monday through Friday on the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Johnny Dollar.
Dan Mapes, New York Police Department, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, hi.
I just went over your statement to the officers who went to the scene of the shooting. Pretty rough business.
Yeah. How's the girl?
She hasn't regained consciousness. We've got to get on with this, Dollar. There's some questions I want to ask you.
Sure. Glad to do what I can. Where can I meet you?
What's the matter with right here at headquarters?
Okay. Say in about an hour?
Make it a half an hour. I said I want to get on with the case. Room 212, Sergeant Daniel Mapes.
Okay, Sergeant. I'll be there.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Four State Insurance Company, Wilmington, Delaware. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Todd matter, a burglary that occurred 6 months ago, but the murder try occurred only a few hours ago. Expense account item 6, $16.40, one telegram. From me to Chief Investigator Don Freed, Four State Insurance. I explained events up to date and requested that Freed contact their New York office and employ counsel for me in the event the New York police chose to hold me as a material witness in the shooting of Gloria Tierney.
We aren't going to hold you. Why should we?
I don't know. Why should you?
Sit down. Take it easy.
Okay, thanks.
So, you're a freelance insurance investigator.
Yeah, that's right.
Working for Four State out of Wilmington, huh?
That's right.
Okay. Suppose you give it to me.
Well, you got it right in front of you there in that report. I told it to the investigating officers right after the shooting last night.
Now you tell it to me.
All right. I made an appointment to meet this girl. She called me about 12 o'clock midnight, and I went on over to her apartment. She wasn't around when I got there, so I waited and talked to her landlady. A few minutes later, I saw her coming across the street. I went over to meet her because she looked like she'd been hurt or something. I walked her back across the street. Somebody pulled up in a car just as we got to the curbing.
Says here, Black Caddy, 1955 Coupe de Ville.
Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention.
What was the license number?
Couldn't tell. It was blacked out.
Okay, go on.
There was a man in it. I didn't see his face. Didn't even notice him, really. He just started shooting. The girl was hit 3 times. I was trying to help her, and he got away.
Well, what else?
That's it.
Okay. Tell me why you were in here yesterday afternoon checking to see if this Gloria Tierney had a record.
I was about to contact her. I wanted to know if she'd ever been in trouble.
Now tell me what you're working on.
The Todd case.
Todd?
Yeah, a burglary out in Long Island about 6-7 months ago. I had reason to believe the girl might be able to help me on it.
Because of what?
Because of her mink coat.
Well, I'm glad you answered that way, Dollar. The coat's in the lab now. They're looking it over. We found it listed in our stolen property files. So far, your story's okay, but believe me, it isn't over yet.
Huh?
Tell me more. We know about the coat. We want to know about the girl who was wearing it.
Sorry, I can't help you.
We didn't have her prints on file here, but we sent them off to Washington. She's still unconscious. She's in pretty bad shape. She can't talk. You can. What's her angle?
I don't know.
You don't know who shot her. You didn't get the license number. You just stood there and let it happen. All you were interested in was your mink coat.
Look,
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I might be through trying to tell you anything, pal.
Don't get smarty pants with me, Dollar. I got myself a shooting to straighten out. I'll straighten it out any way I can. What else did she have from the Todd business?
You tell me.
Nothing. A small diamond ring on her little finger. It's not on the stolen property list. Tell me, Dollar, did your insurance company pay off this claim?
Yes, the whole thing. About $75,000.
$75,000?
That's right.
Well, at least you got the coat back. Even if it has got 3 bullet holes in it.
Maybe we'll get a line on the whole job.
If she regains consciousness. Meanwhile, you can sit here and tell me about your tip.
What?
Who put you on to Gloria Tierney?
No, I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because I promised not to disclose any names.
I
can tell you this much, though. The man who told me about Gloria Tierney couldn't possibly have had anything to do with the Todd case. He was in prison when it happened.
Let's have his name so I can check it.
He's in Indiana now.
He's got a name in Indiana. What is it?
Sorry.
You going to sit there and tell me he gave you a name to start with and that's all you bought?
Yep.
Suppose I told you I don't believe anything. And then I think I'll hold you for a while until you forget about whatever deal you made with an ex-con.
Well, suppose I told you that a lawyer for my insurance company is on his way down here right now just to see that I get treated right. What's funny?
You insurance guys. You know what? You give me a pain. Right here.
We went on like that a little while. Then I accompanied Sergeant Mapes to Gloria Tierney's apartment. A full crew of technicians were there, giving the premises a complete check. Mapes dispatched 2 sets of detectives to cover the neighborhood for possible witnesses to the shooting. Another pair began to cover the apartment house itself. I went with Mapes to talk to the manager, Mrs. Stromberg. She looked white and shaken.
You remember, Mr. Dollar?
Yes. Hello, Mr. Dollar. How's poor Gloria?
Not very good, Mrs. Stromberg. She's still unconscious.
And we're still pretty much in the dark about all this, Mrs. Stromberg.
Where is she? What hospital? I'd like to go see her. Maybe there's something I can do.
Best thing you can do is try to help us find out who shot her.
She's at the police emergency hospital right now, Mrs. Stromberg. I'll have them phone you when she can see people.
Well, thank you. Oh, what an awful thing. Well, what's it all about? Why would anyone want to shoot Gloria?
We hope we can ask her that question. Right now, we're going to try to find out all we can, and maybe you can help us.
Well, I hope so. What can I tell you?
Where she worked, how she lived, what people she knew.
Oh, dear.
Yesterday, you told me you'd known her for a year.
Yes, ever since she moved in.
All right. Was she a nice girl?
Of course she was a nice girl. Quiet, minded her own business.
Where's she work at?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Gloria doesn't work as far as I know.
Who pays her rent?
She always gave me a check.
Who gave her a check?
Well, I really don't know.
Don't you know anything? What's the matter with you?
Well, I'm trying.
Mapes, why don't you go sit down?
All right, I'll sit down here.
Mrs. Stromberg, what can you tell us about her? Do you know where we can contact her family?
Think about it.
Well, I don't know. I know they live in California somewhere, but that's all I do know. She talked about them now and then.
Uh-huh. How about her friends here in town?
What about them?
Well, for instance, the man who drove the black Cadillac last night.
I never saw that car around here before.
Did she talk about her friends to you?
Why, no.
Well, she's a pretty girl, young. Boyfriends?
Oh, yes, she did talk about them now and then. Do you suppose one of them had something to do with this?
Mrs. Stromberg, some guy pulled up in a black caddy last night and pumped 3 slugs into her. She acted funny before that, according to you. Run out when she was supposed to meet Dollar here. Don't you know if any of her friends drove a car like that?
No.
You know this, but you don't know that. What kind of a friend were you?
What?
What kind of a friend were you? That girl's lying in a hospital right now. She's got a slug here, another one here, and here. They've operated twice. You weep and holler and stand around wringing your hands about her, but you won't open your mouth about helping us find who did it. Now, let's start with that car again. You've got the front apartment here. You can see the street from those 2 windows. Have you ever seen that black caddy here before?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Whose is it?
I don't know. I don't know his full name.
Well, what do you know about him?
His name is Bill something.
Bill something.
Yes?
That's a big help. What does he look like? Where does he work? What does he do?
I don't know. I really don't know. She never introduced me to him, but she talked about him. She'd say, Bill's coming by tonight, or Bill did this, or Bill did that, but she never mentioned his last name.
But he drove the caddy.
Yes.
Now, what does he look like?
I told you, she never introduced me.
I heard that part. But I know if someone young and fresh and pretty like Gloria Tierney lived across the hall from my wife would be at the window every time she heard the bell ring or heard a car drive up out front. She'd want to see who was buying her the candy and flowers, who was knocking on the door. Isn't that so, Mrs. Stromberg?
Yes. No. Yes.
Well, what do you mean? Now, look. For the 3rd time, what does this guy Bill look like?
Well, he's tall and very dark.
Tall? What does that mean? Tall like me? Tall like Dollar? Tall like what?
Like Mr. Dollar.
How old? How'd he dress? What kind of build?
Easy, Mapes.
Why don't you go through that offering me to sit down part now?
All right. I was wrong about you, Mapes. I admit it.
Well, maybe I was kind of wrong about you, Dollar. Hardly anybody ever admits anything these days. Okay. I'm sorry I'm raising my voice, Mrs. Stromberg. But tell us about the man. All you can remember about Bill.
Heavy? Light?
A husky fella, and he dressed very nicely, too.
What color was his hair?
Dark, I think. He always wore a hat.
How about his eyes?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. About how old would you say?
Oh, 30, maybe 35. I'm not very good at ages.
How often did he come here to see her?
Oh, once or twice a week.
Gloria's been going with him?
Yes.
Did she ever mention where he works or what he does?
No, she never mentioned that.
Do you have any idea how long she's known him? How long she's been going with him?
Well, I have no idea. I just know he's been coming to see her ever since she moved in here.
This, Bill. Would you say he had money, Mrs. Stromberg?
Yes, I'd say so. He drove that big, expensive car and always dressed so nice. And, of course, he gave Gloria that coat.
The mink coat?
Yes.
Oh. Do you know if he ever gave her any jewelry?
I don't know. I don't think so. Gloria'd usually run across the hall and show me when he gave her something. Mostly they were small gifts, candy, and things like that, but I don't remember if he ever gave her any jewelry.
Did he ever bring any friends here?
I don't know.
All right. Was Gloria going to marry him?
Oh, she never talked about it.
You sure about that?
Yes, she never said, and I never asked.
Why? Why not?
Well, I don't know. I never asked her. I wanted to, but I never asked her. You think right away I've been a busybody watching that girl and so on. Well, yes, I watched her from time to time, and I was her friend here. But there are some things we just didn't talk about.
There sure were.
Well, as you ask me questions, I realize how much we didn't talk about. I can't tell you where she came from or where her family is or who Bill is or what she planned for the future. I just know she was a nice, decent, honest sort of a girl.
Yes, we got that impression, Mrs. Stromberg. Anything you want to ask, Dollar?
No.
My apologies again for raising my voice. Thank you for the information, Mrs. Stromberg. Come on, Dollar.
Okay. Goodbye.
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 Well, you got it out of her.
Yeah, but I don't trust her. Took too much work.
Are you really as tough as you look?
Sure.
You're a good cop, Mapes.
Thanks. I like to have somebody mention that every 5 years. Well, better get out this guy's description.
Yeah. There's a hall phone right there.
Uh-huh. Well, we sure haven't got much to go on. Communications, please. Yes, Dan Mapes. I want an APB out on... What? Oh, I'll give it to you later. Johnny, the hospital phoned in 2 minutes ago.
Gloria.
Yes. They think she's dying.
There'll be another intriguing episode in our story of the Todd matter tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I take some lessons from a good policeman on how to find out what has to be found out. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure and join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Dr. St. Clair returning your call, Stinky.
Oh, hi, Leonard.
Where have you been, Johnny? It's been years.
Yeah, I know. Listen, can you give me a hand?
Who got poison this time?
2 of them. I hope it's poison, and that you can prove it for me.
We'll try. What do I do?
Meet me here at the home of Eric Turnbull in Stamford, Connecticut.
Okay, but Johnny...
Give you the address in a minute.
But Johnny, what do you mean you hope somebody got poisoned?
Because if they didn't, I'm going to go off my rocker.
What?
Because the only other possible cause of death could be a curse. The curse of Kamashek.
Who?
An Egyptian king who died a couple of dozen centuries ago.
What?
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. from Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Inter-Allied Life Insurance Company, Crutchfield Square, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, The Curse of Kamashek Matter. Expense account continued. I called Dr. Leonard St. Clair, an old school chum, because I knew him to be one of the foremost toxicologists in the country. And I was telling the truth. I hoped it could be shown that some kind of poison killed Donald Cronin and subsequently his uncle Eric Turnbull. Both apparently had believed in the curse of the old Egyptian pharaoh, a curse that was to befall anyone who violated his ancient tomb on the banks of the Nile. Donald had done this in excavating the tomb, but his uncle here in Stamford had only touched the bones that Donald had airmailed to him.
He was opening the package that Master Donald, God rest his soul, that Master Donald had sent him just before he died, there at the tomb in Egypt. I brought them in here to the library for him, sir.
Go on, Haskins.
Well, then you rang the doorbell. I left him with it, and when you and I came in here...
Yeah, dead.
From the curse of Kamashek, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, Haskins, I don't believe it. A friend of mine, Dr. St. Clair, will be here shortly, and he'll be able to...
Shouldn't we notify the police?
No,
sir?
Later.
But leave my poor employee's body just lying there?
For the time being, yes. Until Dr. St. Clair examines it.
Hey, as you wish, sir.
That's what I wish. Haskins. One person in this confusing mess I hadn't given a second thought to. As it turned out, there wasn't time, for Len St. Clair arrived a few minutes later in a car equipped like a miniature laboratory. No doubt as a result of the police work he was frequently called on to do. First, of course, in his capacity as an MD, he made a thorough examination of Eric Turnbull's body for purposes of death certificate data.
It was poison, all right, Johnny. I'm sure of it. At least as sure as I can be, short of making an autopsy.
But what kind of poison, Len? And how administered?
Well, at the risk of making it sound like a dime novel, I'd say it was an extremely rare, Well,
what? Come on.
Well, it's something I haven't heard of in years. Related to the old Indian arrow poison. It's very difficult to detect.
Can you make sure?
Yes, if you'll help me drag some of my equipment in from the car, including a cage of white mice.
What?
Yeah, on which to experiment with samples of the stuff.
Samples from those old bones out of the tomb?
That's right. Now, from what you've told me, only 2 people have touched the bones since the minute they were discovered in the tomb.
3. A native carrier, Donald Cronin, and now the late Eric Turnbull.
And they've all died. But, Johnny...
Yeah?
The poison I'm thinking of would hardly have been put on those bones in the time of the pharaohs. Oh, and by the way, I hope no one's touched them here.
No, I've left them just as they are in that mailing wrapper.
Good. Because it could be fatal. I'll carefully scrape them when we get the equipment in here.
We brought in what Len needed for his work, including the white mice. Then I closed him in the library and left him to his experiments. To a bit of research, too, for he'd brought in a couple of thick books on toxicology. As a matter of routine, I phoned the local coroner and then tried to reach Dorothy Harkness. Her number didn't answer. I was about to drive over to her little apartment when Len came out of the library.
I was right, Johnny. Curaba arsenium.
That the name of the stuff?
Uh-huh. In its powder form, absorbed into the pores of the skin, it could be fatal almost immediately. And listen to me.
Yeah?
Somehow, between the time the bones of that old king were discovered and the time that Donald Cronin touched them, somebody put that poison on him.
How? Without endangering himself?
By keeping it in aqueous solution until the bones were sprayed with it.
Sprayed with it? Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Sprayed with it, huh? A doctor, an Englishman who was on the expedition, told me that the bones had been sprayed with some kind of preservative, even before the native carrier touched them.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, right. Instead of preservative, it was the poison.
Well, who sprayed them?
I've got a wild idea, Len. But if it's right, it'll sew up this whole case. I wonder who that is.
Well, while you're finding out, I'm going back and recheck these tests. But only as a matter of routine, because I'm sure I'm right.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Yeah, Haskins?
Miss Dorothy Harkness is here, sir.
Huh?
And her young brother, Walter. Shall I ask them in, sir?
By all
Gerald,
means.
What a terrible thing that has happened.
Is that really the way you feel about it, Dorothy?
What?
Yes, just what do you mean by that, Mr. Dollar? I'm Walter Harkness.
Well, come right in, Walter. Because I have a sneaking suspicion you're the boy I've been looking for.
What?
Your conscience finally begin to hurt you? Would you like to sit down and write your confession now?
What are you talking about?
Or did you and Dorothy just come here to put on a front? You know, as a cover-up?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Johnny, what are you saying?
Sit down, both of you, because I'm going to be saying plenty.
Look here, Mr. Dollar.
Sit down, I said. Now sit down. All right, Dorothy, we'll begin with you.
Johnny, I don't understand.
Now listen to me. From what you told me, and I've no other reason for believing it except that you told me, Donald Cronin was in love with you.
It was true. And I
At
was
any
in love-
rate, he made you part beneficiary of his $100,000 life insurance policy. Half of it, I believe. A cool $50,000.
How can you say or even
Oh,
think...
be quiet.
Mr. Dollar.
I'm coming to you right now, Walter. You're working for the museum where your father is curator of archaeology. The museum that has depended quite a lot not only on Donald Cronin's scientific contributions, but his monetary help as well.
That may be true, but now look
The
here.
museum, the other beneficiary of Donald's insurance, also $50,000.
Mr. Dollar, if you're implying that I had anything to do with Donald's death
You
in
can
order to
shut
gain...
up, too, and let me talk. This is the first chance I've had to begin to tie this case up. The first time any of the crazy elements in it made sense. No, wait, tell me this. Eric Turnbull was opposed to Donald's interest in the museum, wasn't he?
Well, yes.
Sure. And I'll bet my bottom dollar that if something happened to both Donald and his uncle, the estate worth nearly $1 million was willed by Donald to the museum.
That's true, Johnny, but there's
No wonder Eric Turnbull was afraid for Donald's life. Because he knew who would ultimately benefit most by his death. No wonder he hated you, Dorothy.
Johnny. Oh, Johnny, you can't mean you think that I would...
No,
that I...
no. I think you were only being used as a tool, Dorothy. You told me yourself how your father opposed your marrying him. How his only interest was in getting money for the museum. Is that true, Walter?
Yes, Mr. Dollar, that is true. But if you mean to imply that I or any of us was involved in Donald's death...
Walter, the more I think about it, the more I'm sure you are directly involved. Now sit down.
It's a lie. I swear to it, Mr. Dollar. You're wrong. It's a lie.
We'll see about that. Because there's one thing you may have overlooked. I know what killed Donald Cronin.
You do?
Oh, yes, Walter. Just as well as you do.
But I don't. I haven't the least...
The curse of Kameshek?
The curse
Johnny?
of Kameshek. Not by a long shot. Was it, Walter?
I told you I haven't the
All right,
slightest...
then tell me this. Immediately the pile of bones was found in Kameshek's tomb before anyone touched them.
I refuse to touch them.
Will you listen to me? Before anybody touched them, somebody sprayed those bones with a so-called preservative. And I mean so-called.
Well, I don't know why you should.
Oh?
Well, that's common practice these days, in case you don't know it, but I fail to see
What was supposed to be a preservative was in reality a deadly poison.
What?
Oh, come on now, Walter.
But you're wrong. You must be wrong. That's impossible.
You know, you're very convincing, I must admit.
Well, it's true. I applied that preservative, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Aqueous solution, wasn't it?
Of course.
And I'll bet you washed your hands very carefully immediately afterward, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did, because I was told to.
By whom?
By... Oh, no. No.
Walter? What is it?
Holy... Tell me, Walter. Walter!
Yes?
Do you know anything about a man who tried to intercept me on my way to Egypt? To make sure I didn't get there until the bones of the pharaoh were sent to Eric Turnbull and that Donald Cronin died?
No, I don't, believe me.
Then answer me this one. Did you make up the, we'll call it preservative that you used over there?
No.
Then who did? And who told you to be sure to wash your hands immediately after using it? Well?
Walter! Oh, no!
I'm afraid so, Dorothy.
Oh, no!
Better tell me, Walter.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Dollar, but Mr. Harkness Sr. is here, too.
Mr. Dollar, I'm Adam Harkness, curator of archaeology at the museum.
Well, Mr. Harkness, I'm really glad to see you.
Dorothy, Walter. Mr. Dollar, I've come to pick up the bones from the grave of Kameshek that I understand Donald Cronin sent to his uncle instead of to me through some misunderstanding.
Oh, yeah, sure. I had a notion you'd want to pick up those bones, Dr. Harkness. And I'll give them to you on one condition.
Oh? What is that?
That you take them out of the package in which they arrived here with your bare hands. That you carry them out of this house, also in your bare hands.
Why, that's a strange...
Will you?
Of course not.
Why?
Why, because such priceless relics are too fragile, too
full of a deadly poison that you had them sprayed with? Curaba arsenium, I believe it's called.
I don't know what you're... Walter, what have you been telling us?
It's
true, isn't it, Father?
Well, Dr. Harkness.
I don't know how you found out, Dollar, but I'll tell you this. You won't ever live.
Wait a minute, put that thing down.
Father!
Wait a minute!
Johnny?
You stopped him all right, Len. But I think he'll live.
Good. I knew all the police work I've been doing would come in handy sometime.
Thanks for barging in at the psychological moment.
Well, I was only coming in to confirm the results of my tests. But I guess Dr. Harkness had already done it.
Yeah. So, I guess the museum will profit mightily from half the insurance and all of the estate of Donald Cronin. The museum, that is, without Dr. Adam Harkness. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $985. Remarks? Well, doesn't mean a thing, I know, but I kind of wonder what I might have found if I'd been assigned to investigate the deaths of the people who excavated some of those other old Egyptian tombs. Tombs that had a curse on them. Interesting thought, isn't it? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a search for $80,000 that was never there, and a body that was never there. Yet both of them had to be found. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote this week's story. Heard in this week's cast were Paul Dubov, Alan Reed Sr., Dick Crenna, Virginia Gregg, Ben Wright, Forrest Lewis, Eric Snowden, Barney Phillips, James McCallion, and Les Tremaine. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.